なんだろう。I'm just curious about that. I don't know who's up there. なんだろうね。見てみよう。写真かな。おや？I wonder if she's something to do with the death. Her death. まあ最初になんかね、私たちのこと恨んでると思うとかね、言ってたから、もしかしたら、エミリーの死が何かこの主人公とね、関係してるのかもしれないですね。詳しくは語られてないからね。またあの可愛い子、可愛いって言っちゃった。怖い顔があったら嫌なんだけど。またさらに上に行けるの？ Okay, I guess this is the third floor. Maybe go into the attic. I don't know. Oh yeah, probably it is attic.いやもう怖い怖い怖い。怖いです。She looks so pale. You didn't see her? いやもうあの怖い顔出てくるって。おお！すごいマジシャンみたい。手の中にパッとね、ボロボロの SD カード。怒られるよ。
I'm sorry, I was just trying to find a bathroom.
That's a typical
Of
excuse.
course. I should have shown you where it was.
Exactly. あ、もう
What was I thinking?
Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Not at all. You're an interesting girl, Christina. I hope you find the answers you're looking for. Do speak to Reverend Peter at the church. I'm sure he can help you with this.
いや、この場所は何なの？ I'm pretty sure it was a place that Emily used to come, but it didn't look like some kind of counseling place. She specifically said clients, no patient. まあ、お客さんって言っててね、患者とは呼んでないから。マダム。マダムの
I understand that.
警告が。
But can you explain to me why you think a dead person is talking to you?
It doesn't talk to me. She puts thoughts in my mind.
How is this affecting you?
I feel her here every day, especially at night. As though I'm always being watched. What she used to say was comforting, but now it's things that frighten me.
I'm concerned that this imaginary friend is affecting your emotions so much.
Imaginary. She is as real as you are.
Please, keep talking to me, Emily. It's important you explain this.
I can't.
Why not?
Because he's right there. Standing behind you.
マダムには見えてなかったのかな。マダム振り返ったのかな。でも本当になんかカウンセラーみたいな感じだったよね。I wonder if she saw the same ghost like this character, so I forgot her name. What's her name?
Welcome.
Reverend Peter.
Peter, please. It's Christina.
Christine.
How can I be of help?
There are a few things I wanted to ask you.
Well, after a bereavement, people often want answers.
何が起こったのか知りたい。
It's about Emily. I just wanted to better understand what happened.
Friends and family have all sorts of feelings after an event like this. Guilt is very common.
違う何か something different そうじゃなく
I
て
can understand that. This was something else.
Yes?
言ってしまいましょう。Ghost. We saw ghost.
Emily talked about seeing ghosts here in the village. And it's something that I've experienced as well.
Maybe it has something to do with the story of Agnes.
過去に何が What happened in the past?
And what happened?
It's a local legend. Dates back to the 18th century. She was a maid who worked in the Lord's estate. Her parents brought her over from Sweden when they came to work here. The story goes that she had an affair with the Lord. When she fell pregnant, he was horrified that she wanted to legitimize the relationship. It was all very different back then, of course.
助けてくれた人 Anybody helped?
And nobody helped her.
Not from the village, no. And the staff from the house, well, they turned their back on her because of the shame of it.
What about Agnes then?
So what did she do?
それがゴースト
Out
って
of
こと
options and without any hope, she threw herself into the lake on the Lord's estate, drowned herself and the unborn child.
And that's where the ghost stories come from.
Thanks, Anne. Bye. Not exactly. It's said that she cursed the area with her death, and that her spirit returns to taunt young women into taking their own lives. It's all nonsense, of course.
取り憑かれていたんでしょうか
I guess Emily believed it. Because she really seemed to think she was being haunted.
Doesn't help that Alexander keeps talking about it. He's the Lord's descendant.
He lives here in the village.
Yes. The estate's had the same family and for hundreds of years. I wouldn't recommend talking to him about this.
Why not?
It's not the kind of thing you want to hear when you've just lost a friend in the way that you
Sure.
have. Can be a little bit grumpy too.
立派なところよね。いやアグネスってさ、エミリー言ってたよね。あ、
Hello,
気難しそうな人ですね。
Yes, what do you want?
I believe I met a colleague of yours today, Dominique. She mentioned to me that you worked at the clinic. I was hoping I could ask you some questions.
Very well. Come in.
Thank you. This is my friend Emily. She passed away
写真から
recently.
ね。
Yes. I was at the clinic when your friend was there, but purely in an advisory capacity. I couldn't comment on her treatment.
顧問
Advisory at the clinic.
Yes, I retired as a surgeon many
てか
years ago.
働いてた
I
の
would be called back to advise the psychiatric team from time to time.
なぜクリニックを閉鎖したんでしょうか Why
Why
did you
did the clinic close?
close it?
Series of patient disappearances,
Or anybody close?
suicides.
なるほどね。
Over the years, it led to its closure.
ピーター牧師について聞きましょう。
I spoke to the vicar, and he told me the story of Agnes.
That man's a fool.
もう言うね。
He believes in God, but doubts the existence of evil. Ridiculous.
So you believe there's some truth in this curse?
Oh, yes. This house has been under dark clouds for hundreds of years. Ever since my ancestor foolishly impregnated that
Aw.
stupid maid.
Have you seen her?
Have you seen her?
Of course. She haunted this house for years, burning the life out of anybody who lived under its roof. Yeah. The good Reverend hasn't told you the full story, has he? My ancestor was an arrogant man.
急に時代が
He
変わりま
was
した。
also stupid. A man in his position should never have gone near one of his domestic staff. I mean, a maid, for goodness sake. I suppose her being Swedish must have added an air of exoticism.
もう後ろの壺が気になっちゃって危ない危ない。ここでイチャついたら危ない、後ろの壺が。I'm worried about the expensive decoration and pots behind them. いや、go somewhere. もう、すぐにイチャつくのね。あ、見てしまいました。Oh no. Yes, they should have done this at a different time. 大胆。
Of course, the inevitable happened. Usually these things are handled discreetly, but for some reason she thought he would acknowledge her as the father of her child. A preposterous idea back then.
そうだよね。
She had to leave, of course.
弱い立場ですよね、こうなったらね。女の人の方は。Oh no, she got kicked out.
How can you do this to me? How can you do this to me? I am your child. Okej! Jag går! Men jag hatar dig för att du gör det här mot mig! Förbanna dig och ditt hus!
スウェーデン語
The other staff turned their backs on her. Nobody in the village would help. Quite alone, with no family to turn to, she was left with almost no choice.
Must be a lot of women like this then, eh? Because who's gonna help her abort the child? It's a life-risking thing. Or you have to, like, really... Yep. Die with the baby.
They say that a soul that dies in a state of rage leaves a curse. Well, Agnes cursed us all that day.
So people believe these deaths were because of her.
Records in this house were very carefully kept. Particularly so on an estate so heavily reliant on agriculture. The phases of the moon were noted. Agnes's death was remarked on at the time because of the blood moon that appeared in the sky on the night of her death.
A lunar eclipse.
Indeed. 2 years on, and Agnes was barely remembered, until the next blood moon appeared in the sky. That night, a maid in the house swore she'd seen Agnes on the stairs, whispering to her. The days went on, and she became more and more hysterical, claiming she heard Agnes speaking to her wherever she went. The next morning, the estate steward found the maid hanging from a tree. After that, we grew to fear the appearance of a blood moon.
Even now.
Let me show you something.
Out there used to be the outbuildings that the servants lived in.
What happened?
I had it burned to the ground. When one of the servants started complaining about a woman who'd be seen in the building at night, I'd finally had enough.
え？戻ってきたのかしら? Did she return?
Did she ever come back?
I had the grounds of the house lined with salt. She never returned.
But has she been seen in the village?
Oh, yes. By the lake where she died. I really don't recommend you go there.
エミリーのことについて言ってみましょう。
I just want to know if she had anything to do with what happened to my friend.
Look, I hope you find your answers. But if I were you, I'd leave this accursed place.
.ここはどこだ? Where are we now? Side office.
Anybody here?
Why are you here? なんだろうね。ここどこだろう? ちょっと工事中っぽかったよね。Looks like this building is still like under construction. At least fixing the wall. I don't know what this building is. I can't really guess what this place is. なんだろう? Looks like an abundant place to me. Hirari. 関係あんの? まっすぐ行くか左に行くか。I could go straight too, but decide to come to the left side, but I don't know if that made any difference. Way out. Did you come back? これ戻ってきたよね。多分まっすぐ行くとこっちのルートだったのかな、すぐに。あえて右。Don't tell me this is like a maze. なんかの迷路だったらちょっと嫌だなと思ってしまいましたけれども。Yeah, let's stay in this building, because you must have a reason to stay here. I could finish up right away, but why here? すぐに離れることもできたんだけど、きっとここに来た理由なんかあるでしょ？どうしたの？これですぐ建物出たらちょっと笑うんだけど。聞こえたね。Yes, I heard it too. Oh! 覗かない。Don't peek. Don't peek. I said don't. ちょっと誰かいるじゃん。いるよね。あ What? You gonna chase her? She turned up. うわー。